Hey there, Dani K coming to you from Dani K Gym and Wellness. Today is not a tip, it is a video on why I relay. It's a very serious thing, and what we would like to do here with, I'm on the relay committee. I'm part of the fundraising committee part with Lisa and Ben. But what we would like to do is we have 133 participants in relay right now. As of right now, we have 133 participants. We would totally, completely love to have a lot more. But what we're doing is we're throwing out a challenge to every single participant that, is right now of the relay to do a why I relay video. So I challenge everybody that's in relay right now. There's 133 of you, so we want 133 videos floating around Facebook on why I relay. So why I relay, most of you know, and I'm hoping I can get through this without crying, because right now I'm starting to choke up. Why I relay, oh, hold on, shit. Gotcha. Okay, so why I relay is for my mom. My mom, damn, I don't know I'm gonna do this. It's hard. All right, so I'm smiling because if I don't smile, I'm gonna bawl my freaking eyes out. Okay, so why I relay? I relay for my mom. My mom in 2009, December 2nd, lost her life at 3:43 p.m. to lung cancer. She battled for 2.5 years, and the day we got the news, we were sitting in the doctor's office, and we did, she went through all, some tests or whatever, and they said, they had, well, first of all, they had a chest x-ray, and it appeared that she had fluid in her lungs. Was it pneumonia? Was it pleurisy? Was it whatever? We don't know. She's the first one in our family to have cancer. So, we had to go and get the fluid drained out of her lung. Come to find, it wasn't actually in the lung, it was in the pleural sac outside of the lung. At any rate, that came back, the results came back, and it was indeed lung cancer. So we're sitting in the doctor's office, and the doctor comes in, and just matter of fact, which soon after we switched oncologists because, well, a little after we switched oncologists because he was a very good oncologist. However, very just matter of fact, to the point, and this is what it is. Boom, It didn't really give us too much of a hope kind of situation. So we didn't like that. We didn't like the bedside manner. Anyway, I digress. So we went, he came in, he said, well, here it is. You have lung cancer. You have, here's your options: 6 months to live without treatment and a year to live with treatment. She looked up at me with tears in her eyes. And I say looked up at me. She was sitting down in a lower chair. I was sitting kind of like up in a stool. So she looked up at me, I looked down at her. She was in tears, I was in tears, and she's like, we're gonna fight this, right? So we want treatment, right? I'm like, I said, fuck yeah, okay. And I just looked at him and like, let's do this, you know what I mean? So, a year, at that point, that's what we're hearing, like she's got 1 year to live. So before that, she was a smoker. She had quit for 9 years before she was diagnosed. She was in the gym for 3, trying to get rid of, fight osteoporosis. So she was actually doing some excellent changes. And yeah, I do get pissed off. There's a lot of people out there that are still smoking. They don't have lung cancer. There's a lot of people out there that, quit and they still don't have lung cancer. There's a lot of people out there that whether they smoke or used to smoke, they stop smoking, whatever, and they don't take care of themselves and they don't have lung cancer. So yeah, I'm a little bitter. Because my mom changed her ways. She was trying to have a healthier lifestyle, and then she gets slammed with this. So, yeah. Anyway, so, you know, she stayed in the gym. You know, she was in the gym 3 days a week. So that's my thing for all of you guys that say you don't have the time, or you don't have the energy, you don't have the whatever it is to get in the gym. My mom had lung cancer, and she went to chemo treatments, and she still got her ass in the gym, and she still lifted weights, and she still ran, jogged on the treadmill, walked on the treadmill. You know, after a while it got a little bit too much for her to run on the treadmill. So, yeah, why do I get my ass up out of bed even when I don't want to get my ass up out of bed? Because I know what that lady fought and how she fought. And even when she had lung cancer, and even when she didn't feel good, she still got her ass up out of bed and did what she was supposed to do. So she's a fighter. Is. So anyway, a long story long, you know, they gave her a year. And she outlived that by 1.5 years. And a lot of the doctors that, you know, we met with, talked with, a lot of the nurses, you know, they said a lot of, you know, not only did she want to live and beat it for me, but being in the gym and eating healthy. So I contributed to that. So it's a little bit of my passion about working out and eating healthy, you know. But you know, they said that, you know, I helped contribute to the prolonging of her life. While, you know, some people sit back and think, oh, I have a year, and, you know, whatever their process is. You know, my mom and I both were trying to find a way to fight this cancer, looking up, finding out, you know, certain holistic ways, certain foods, you know, whatever it is. You know, I was like, oh, they said asparagus helps with, what do you call them, tumors. So I'm like, here, eat this asparagus, and I'm shove it down her throat. You know, she's like, can I stop eating asparagus? I'm tired. But you get my thing. So my mom is the reason that I relay. And I know how hard it was to see her go through that. I know how hard it was to hear those words, you have cancer, even though they weren't directed toward me. They were directed toward my best friend. Whew! I did pretty good till that, right? So, yeah, my best friend, my right arm, the air in my lungs, the beat in my heart. That's what my mom was to me. Whew, Justice is looking at me like I'm nuts. See, Justice? Anyway, so yeah, it was hard. So, and I sure in the hell didn't want to lose her. So I was doing everything I could freaking possibly do to save her, to, you know, help her, you know. So I don't want any other, you know, yeah, I'm 45 going on 46, but I'm still her child. I don't want any other child, no matter how old you are, to have those words said to your mom, to have to lose your mom, your dad, sibling, husband, wife, whoever it might be. In my case, it was my mom, my best friend. So, yeah. And that's why I relay. And every time I walk through those relay meetings, whether it's a committee meeting or whether it's a, you know, team captain, you know, meeting, where, you know, everybody that's on a team, whether you're a team captain or not, should go and see this. It's such a great camaraderie. I mean, you can cry, tear up, choke up. You can be pissy, you can be mad, and they get it. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to justify anything, you know, and you don't have to feel like you're an ass or, you know, embarrassed because, you know, you're crying or whatever. You know, they throw up videos, you know, inspirational videos, you know, and sometimes those inspirational videos they inspire, but they're also, you know, they're tear jokers. But it's just a great place to find yourself. You know, because I know when I lost my mom, I lost a huge piece of me. you know, trying to live a life without her. Yeah, my mom raised me to be a strong individual, but she never raised me and taught me. She taught me a lot of things, but she never taught me how to live without her. And that's something that I had to do on my own. And I'm still every single day trying to live a life without her. Whew. She's zonked out. So why I relay, this is why I do it. Yeah, for my mom to continue her fight, to try not to let anyone else hear those words, to not let another child go through what I've gone through. You know, I mean, yeah, we're all gonna die at some point. My mom passed away at 64 years old. You know, I turned 40 and she couldn't even come to my 40th birthday party. We're 2 days apart in our birthdays. Obviously some years, but 2 days apart. Hers is September 22nd, mine's September 24th. So we're like twins, and that's what we kind of felt like. Our souls were like twins. So losing her is the reason that I relay. I don't want anyone else to have to lose their mom. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna not relay. I will relay until my last breath and/or a cure comes, and hopefully a cure comes before my last breath. I'm just saying. So, I think I touched on a lot of things that, you know, I wanted to say. You know, my mom went through hell with getting the Pleurosac drained a few times throughout those 2.5 years. She did have a catheter on her that, you know, I had to, between me and my sister, we had to drain, you know, once a week. When I did lose her, I was draining the catheter, and it was just to relieve some pressure on her chest so she could breathe a little bit easier. And I saw her take her last breath. And it was hard. So, you know, I had to call hospice. I had to call her time of death. Hospice came a couple hours later, and they asked, family members were coming through the door, and I still had the oxygen tank on Mom. Just in case. She was just taking a shallow breath, like the nurse said that might just happen. 2 hours later, I kind of knew that it wasn't just a shallow breath, that she wasn't going to breathe again, but I would be damned if I was going to let anyone turn that oxygen tank off. Hospice nurse comes in, and I had to let her turn the tank off. It's hard, guys. So that's why I relay. I don't want anybody else to have to feel and do this. And, you know, I just try and find a cure. I want a cure for cancer, because it fucking sucks. And I know a lot, if not every single person out there, knows someone that has battled cancer, survived cancer, is battling cancer right now, has died from cancer. So that's why I relay. Why do you relay? And or why don't you relay?